If you'd like to bring your voice into the chat, I would love to hear where you're calling in from and what drew you to join this circle today. Everyone can hear now. That's good. Thank you, Susan. Valerie, BC in Canada. Welcome, Valerie. Louise, love brings me today. That sounds like a perfect motivation. Alison, your joy to be here from Newbury. And the sound is okay. That's good. Sam, US, here for peace and connection. Vanessa in Arizona. Laura in Denver, connection and magic bring me here. Chloe, everything is moving fast now. Kath from Bristol, it's been a while and good to be back. Good to have you back. Jules from the Netherlands, celebrating the moon. Caroline, restoration of the body and soul in the woods of Maine. Deirdre from Beacon, New York. Great, so we're covering lots of places. Rebecca in Leicestershire in the UK. I'm drawn to the combination of meditation and nature. Yes, a winning combo, we like to think at Tree Sisters. Anya in Edinburgh, drawn to all things water at the moment and love this community. Welcome, Anya. Melissa, greetings from a beautiful fall day in Vermont, called to pause and enjoy the gift of peace. First time. Valerie, it's your first time. I've followed True Sisters for years, but this is your first time joining the full moon. So welcome, Valerie. Amy, hello from my garden in Brooklyn, New York. Seen lots of rainwater lately. The humans and the plants are grateful for it. Sam says it's raining here right now as well. Using good afternoon, so good to be here. This full harvest moon is a biggie. Great. Joanne, I've joined because I love trees and water. Luna, second time joining. Divine connection with the moon. Really lovely to hear all of your voices. Maria, hello from Finland. Love for water. Jay, Jan from the UK. Beautiful place to reset, embrace under the full moon that's here soon. Anne in Montpellier, second time for you. So welcome, Anne. Welcome, Jamie. Welcome, Catherine in Winnipeg, Canada. Good to be connected with you all in meditation. Really good to hear all of your voices and to arrive for this exploration together. And to feel so much love for water. Because, I have a lot of love for water myself. So I'm going to say a little bit more about what's going to happen during this call, particularly if this is your first time. So in a moment, I will offer an invitation to settle into yourself, to find comfort and safety for your body in the physical environment that you're in right now. And then we're going to go on a journey with felt sensation. So noticing what's happening in your body as we move through whatever watery landscape emerges for you. And at various points, I will invite you to come and share your noticings in the chat box. So however you're experiencing this body of water waking up through your body. And just as every tree in the forest matters, so do each of your voices here in the co-creation of our poetry together. And then we will have some time for sharing and integration at the end of our circle today. So let's land in ourselves. Let's take a breath together, feeling us connected through this web across the world. All of these places named, everyone is calling in from. And just remembering that we're all arriving here at different times of the day. We're arriving here in our whole, messy, beautiful complex, magnificent bodies. And there's no need to be any particular way. However you are in this moment is absolutely welcome. And in fact, you can rest assured in the fact that however you are right now is vital to the collective experience. So I just want to invite you to notice now where you feel the support of the earth, and to just lean a little more into that. And that might be through a deeper breath, maybe some movement. Maybe you want to bring more of your body in contact with the ground. Maybe some touch on your body, a sound or a sigh. Just inviting a softening of muscles. Maybe a gentle opening of joints, little pockets of tension. And as we begin to feel the body, can you feel the relationship of your flesh with your bones? How they're in connection. How all these parts of your body are speaking to all the other parts of your body. And as we enter our felt sense, it's possible that we might come close to ourselves in a particular way, meaning stuff could come up. And your vulnerability, your tenderness, your grief, your joy, your anger, it's all welcome here. But if at any point it feels too much or overwhelming, and I want to invite you to find a way to come back to yourself, come back to noticing the contact with the ground and maybe your own fingertips. It's an invitation to really honor your unique experience. There's no way to get this wrong. And if you feel agitated or lost at any point, just bring your awareness to the ground and simply notice you're here, you're held in circle, and you're breathing. You're welcoming yourself here now as fully as you're able to, turning away from distractions and really acknowledging that you're not alone here. Expanding your awareness to the whole circle gathered. And taking a moment to welcome others as you have yourself. And now to consider the waters of the body, the physical and emotional. How many layers of different feelings are present? Can they all simply be allowed their movement, their ebbs and flows? And the physical waters of the body, our beautiful tears, all that cleanse and heal, fluids of our arousal, our pumping blood, build up and break down, transportation through the rivers of the body, into and out of cells, quiet busyness of the body liquids taking care of you, seeking flow and seeking balance. And as we've dropped now into this present moment, awareness of your liquid body, an invitation in the imaginal realms now to find yourself close to a body of water. And this may be somewhere familiar to you or totally imaginary. Just noticing the initial sensations in your body as you receive this invitation. Perhaps something emerges immediately. Perhaps it takes a moment longer. Noticing the weather around you. Is it warm or cool? What is the time of the day? Time of year? Are you aware of the full moon in the sky here? What is it like to simply encounter this great body of water? What kind of body of water is this? Ocean, river, lake, waterfall, puddle? I want to invite you to come and share what kind of body of water this is and what it's like to encounter. Bringing your voice gently into the chat, trying not to disturb yourself as much as possible. And then gently bringing your attention back into yourself again. And really acknowledging this place that you're situated at the edge of. Beginning to take it in through your whole being. This expanse of water, be it small or vast, still or flowing. Perhaps it's a quiet pond or a still glassy lake, a gently trickling stream, a wild gushing waterfall, a raging river, an untamable sea, or a warm tropical ocean. Keep opening your senses to really receive this place. What kind of surface is beneath you? Is there grass or rocks, sand or mud? How are you in contact with the earth? Perhaps the water is inviting you into touch, connection, into immersion. Do you want to make contact with a part of your body, or maybe with your whole body? Perhaps a desire to paddle, to swim or float. Simply to run the water through your fingertips. Feel the touch of the air on your skin. What are you wearing in this place? Becoming aware now of touch as sensation. Particularly if you're in the water. How does it feel in your skin? Warm, cool, cleansing, refreshing, embracing. How does the water meet you? How does it move around you? What sounds are coming into your awareness? Fast rushing water, slow trickles, gentle lapping. And what can you see above or below the water? Or the space between the water realm and the air realm? Space at the surface of the water. Are there clouds in the sky? What colours do you notice? What's the fragrance of this place? There is saltiness in the breeze, smell of seaweed, freshness, flowers. And perhaps these smells create a taste on your tongue. In the place where you find yourself, which of your senses feels most alive in the presence of this watery companion? It's coming and sharing in the chat. Again, which of your senses feels most alive? You come and you share, just staying as close and intimate with yourself as you can, bringing your attention back. And then noticing if you have an emotional response to this body of water. Do you feel fear, awe, wonder, perhaps love or longing? What does this water have capacity for? Does it feel welcoming or warning? And if it is tidal, the tide coming in or going out? And how does it speak to the waters in you? The waters of your being, your liquid nature. Noticing now there are other beings with you in this space. Maybe plants, animals, rocks, birds, insects, seaweeds or mythical creatures. Who else is present with you in the water? Or are you in sacred solitude here? Bringing the names of any companions that are present into the chat. And other beings that are with you in this watery encounter. And perhaps it is nobody, just simply noticing. Coming back to yourself, feeling again. How is it to be in the presence of this water? Alone or in company? And to really receive through your senses the movement, the flow, gentle or fierce. determined. If you're fully immersed in the water, how is that meeting? That dance as you're suspended in liquid. How the water welcomes you or plays with you, supporting, holding, keeping you present in every moment in its wildness. Acknowledging that the water simply allows you to be everything that you are. All of you is welcome here. How do you want to move your body? Whether you are in the water or at the edge. Notice the desires for stillness or movement. Notice what impulses are waking up in you. And what sensations do you notice? Feeling into your body now. Whatever is streaming up into consciousness. Finding words that come close to describing these sensations. And coming to share. Trusting whatever is coming from the wisdom, intelligence of the body. Gradually returning your presence to the water that you're close to or inside of. And notice any other impulses to move. To integrate your body with this watery landscape. Observing the other elements around you. How is light in contact with the water? Perhaps the reflection of the moon or the stars. Some gentle rays of sun. Creating sparkling crystals. Maybe there are raindrops splashing on the surface. Noticing colours and textures. Rainbows. Greens, blues, whites. Maybe constantly changing. And asking the question, can you really allow this movement, this constant change, can you really give permission for what is flowing through you? Noticing, as you hold this inquiry, noticing the quality of your breath. The rise and fall of your chest. You take in this wild, untamed, freely expressive, ever-changing and evolving environment. Perhaps your breath is suspended as you enter the depths underwater. Where sound is muffled and time is suspended. What are you noticing in the waters of your body? Where do you end and the external waters begin? What can you allow to simply flow through you? And feeling for what is waking up in your cells through your feeling landscape. And if these watery places or sensations in your body had a voice and could speak, what might they be saying? Coming and sharing again in the chat. Watery places or sensations in the body, they had a voice and could speak. What might they be saying in this moment? Coming back into presence, the waters of your imagination again. Looking around the landscape, somewhere to rest. Perhaps rest looks like floating in the water, finding a soft place to settle. Notice if you want to lie down, you want to connect to another human or more than human. Perhaps your companion is still with you. As you rest now into the holding of the ground, and the wave-like movement of the breath in your body. It's an invitation now to simply receive our collective offering to water, our poem, our prayer. And resting back to receive. River entering the sea. Pacific Ocean. La Push First Beach, Pacific Ocean. A clear crystal pool at the base of a waterfall. Lake in Norway. No wind. Smooth surface. A hint of coming rain. Clear crystal pool at the base of a waterfall. Waterfalls in a glacial cave in the Swiss mountains. Pacific Ocean. Irish Sea coming in over my feet, cold, fresh. My childhood lake is calm and so familiar. And next to it, a small stream rushing by. An unnamed mountain stream in Willow, New York, in the Catskill Mountains. Warm, inviting ebb and flow of the tide. Moon reflected, flowing with the gentle wave. slow moving chalk stream flowing peacefully through lush vegetation, peaceful and humbling. Bristol Channel, cold but lovely, floating around in a bay, being carried along by the waves. Reservoir water, deep, blue, still. I am on the surface and slip under back first, twilight. A warm, inviting, caressing, buoyant ocean, but with a riptide to be aware of. Surfable waves. Warm, inviting ebb and flow of the tide. Moon reflected, flowing with the gentle waves. Sand sprinkled with starfish and crushed shells. Lake on a hot summer day, some wind, bright water over sandy lake floor. Dark and wild, the cold wind pushing tears out of my eyes, kneeling with my hand in the water. Water rushing over my wellies. Kitchen fountain keeps water ever present in my senses. Sand welcoming my feet as a tide gently tickles across skin. Lake on a hot summer day. Wading in up to my waist, touching the surface with my fingertips. A reverie river carries dreams of love, loss, and tears that spill for both. Being carried by the river to the sea, rain on my face. Warm sand oozing up between my toes, all my senses feel alive. All my senses feel alive, sparkling light hits like moonbeams dancing, breaking waves with particles of light trapped in them, feeling the tidal pull against my legs as I go deeper, being carried by the river to the sea, rain on my face, wading in up to my waist, touching the surface with my fingertips. Cool, dark, syrupy, I am fully immersed in the deep water. Free, suspended, held. All my senses feel alive. Warm sand oozing up between my toes, embracing touch. Sound and smell, touch, tasting the saltiness on my tongue. All my senses feel alive. Salty cheeks and goosebumps on my skin enlivening me. Seeing the moire patterns of light on the surface of the water. My skin, goosebumps, warmth of sun on my skin as I float, nostalgia, yearning, swaying in the ebb and flow, heart opening, muscles totally relaxed, feeling loved and accepted, swaying in the ebb and flow, touch and sound, warmth of sun on my skin as I float, recollections of water moving over river rocks, waves washing on the shore, driplets falling through leaves. Lake welcomes me, embraces me like coming home, cool and welcoming, carrying memories of hardships as they get carried on in their homes. Sense of releasing, nostalgia, yearning, heart opening, sense of releasing, cool, sleek, flowing, cool water flowing gently past my fingers, and the sound of trickling over pebbly stream bed. Surrounded on all sides, silky touch, velvety dark merging waters, my body, the body of water, I feel home, beloved, world, held, heart opening, feeling lovingly held and peaceful, merging, surrender, being held, sense of releasing, held, loved, embraced. I'm in awe of its power, sound of the power of the waterfall, and it makes me feel alive, cleansing me, helping me let go, feeling energy. feel of bracing cold, almost violent wind, the strength and depth of the water. I feel primal, endless joy. I feel primal, endless joy, cool, sleek, flowing, merging, surrender, being held, flowing with the sea, moon, elemental forces, immersed, safe, tears, gentle, salty, calm, old friends, feeling lovingly held and peaceful. It makes me feel free. It makes me feel free. The stream speaks of eternity, surrounded, supported, silvery, tears, gentle, salty, calm, inner waters that move and soothe the soul. The water carries a sense of magic, feels magical. The stream speaks of eternity. The moon pulls strongly now, waves moving me back towards the sand. Healing, comforting, refreshing. Healing, comforting, refreshing, old friends. Rain flowing to the gutter, to the ditches, traveling back to the source, the ocean. Just me and Mother Moon. Big blue crabs, oyster catchers, seagulls and trees, dragonflies, water serpents, swimmers, young children splashing and laughing, surfers paddling far out to sea. Just me and Mother Moon. Big blue crabs, magical beings, dear friends, magical beings, dear friends, blue herons, squirrel, birds, craving the completion of water's presence. Sammy the seal who lives around the bay, and I long to swim with him, her. Energetic water spirits, and yet it washes all that might still be hard, as I always felt. A different reality that lives in the water. Maybe it is an own being, deeply relaxing. My niece, who first introduced me to this part of the Pacific. A sense of community of the waterfowl, ducks, swans, maybe a kingfisher, a watery village in eyes, in mouth, grateful, the water, the mountain, and the cave. Hoodoos, giant gnarled trees, thousands of spirits, mer people who are warlike and protective of this place. Mer people who are warlike and protective of this place. Bubbles of life, mere beings, my mum, joy, I am alone and beloved, safe, effortless, wonderful, merging, makes me feel free, warmth of sun on my skin as I float. Wonderful, wonderful, light, held, supported, carried. Stars above reaching up with the tips of my fingers and feet, glowing with bioluminescence. Soothing, soothing, exquisite, holding and connecting. The water meets me as I am, and I am grateful. The water meets me as I am, and I am grateful, soothing, wonderful, effortless, safe, here, floating on my back, feeling the sunshine on my face and chest, meandering, undulating, here, cleansing, peacefulness, the gentle lapping against my body, floating, gratitude, love, wanting to smile and spread out my arms, surrender my body and be moved by the movement of the river. I want to dive under, transform, become part of it, a mermaid perhaps. A mermaid, perhaps, meandering, undulating, cleansing. The water meets me as I am, and I am grateful. I can let life flow around me, wanting to smile and spread out my arms, I want to dive under, ease, flow, float, ascending to bright, sun-bright surface. Submerged, I feel freedom, playful, safe, encouraged. Swimming in shoals, then diving beneath the surface, wrapped in its caress around my body. Deep rest. Love, love, love. Let go. Going to the scary, deep part of the water. Let go. Alive. Washed and refreshed. The relationship between moon and water caressed, loved, connected, amniotic fluid, held in comfort like being in the womb, shedding my skin, becoming one, all sadness and joy washed off, just being, held in comfort, disintegrating into water molecules and becoming the lake and part of the cycle of lake and rain, feeling a part of it all, a fresh start. Peaceful, resting amongst the sparkling waves, merging, trusting, letting go, caressed, love, connected. Water and I desire the affections of each other, grateful for our shared gift. Peaceful sun, cool water, toad, butterfly, dragonfly. Fresh start. I remember drinking the pure water straight from the mid of the lake, so direct and refreshing. Drifting new vistas, gratitude towards support of this moon in the water. Moon in the water, becoming more fluid, slow motion, feeling how much we are water, merging, becoming one, merging. Sea lion approaches, curious, playful, swimming together. I can be permeable. I can be permeable. Home. Slow motion. Home. I am the water is me. I'm parched. I need a drink. It's okay. Trust and surrender. Trust and surrender. Let go. Allow. Flow. Allow. Flow. Move with me. Let us flow freely. Move on to the next step. I am healing. I am whole. I am everything. Part of you and all of me. All the waters of my body sustain me as she does the land, sky, plant, and animal brethren. Let us flow freely. Move with me. Move with me, staying with the seal, listening to the waves, the cry of gull. I am healing. I am whole. I am everything. Part of you and all of you. Let the magic and the love flow, body being one with the water flow. Move with me. It's okay. Slow motion. Peaceful sun, cool water, toad. Merging, trusting. Deep part of the water, alive. Beneath the surface. Movement of the river. Spread out my arms, a mermaid. Sunshine on my face. Love. Home. Sunshine on my face. Wading in up to my waist. Tasting the saltiness on my tongue. Inner waters that move and soothe the soul. Surrounded, supported, silvery. It makes me feel free. It makes me feel free. Moon pulls strongly now. waves moving me back towards the sand. It feels magical, magical, immersed, free, big blue crabs, inner waters, soothe, eternal, seagulls and trees, energetic water spirits, a different reality that lives in the water, stars above. I am alone and beloved, safe, soothing. The water meets me as I am, and I am grateful, exquisite, holding and connecting. Surrender my body and be moved by the movement of the river. Feel freedom, playful, safe, encouraged, alive, lightness, caressed, held, becoming one, just being, merging. Water and I desire the affections of each other. Sparkling wave, amniotic fluid, drifting, becoming more fluid. Home. I am the water. The water is me. I am everything. Let us flow freely. Move with me. Move with me. Part of you and all of you. Let the magic and the love flow. Body being one with the water. Flow. Trust and surrender. So just gently receiving the weave of our collective voices of water land and flow through the rivers and tributaries of your body and being in this moment. And I want to invite you to just very gently take a deeper breath and perhaps a small stretch. Just very softly come back and awaken into this current time and space, returning to the place that you're in, taking a look around, maybe making contact with your own body. We begin to integrate this watery experience. And as you come back into your space in the here and now, just reflecting on how it was to hear your words amongst others' words. Particularly how it was to share how the waters were speaking to you and feel that woven in. And yeah, how it was to receive the co-created offering as a whole. And really just, wherever you're at now, anything that needs to be spoken to integrate that experience and coming and sharing in the chat so we get the chance to land together. Louise says, I want to stay here. Yeah, pretty blissful. Laura, exquisite, Jules, connected. Joanna, feeling connected and peaceful. To beautiful sharing togetherness. Feeling home, tears streaming down my face. Maybe with the water there. Laura, beautiful. Vanessa, the water meets me where I am. I am grateful. Made me literally sob. There's a welcome here. Beautiful, complete, and reassuring, grateful. Joanne, held in beauty. Anya, soothing, calming, communion. Maria, rooted. Alison, the poem always feels like a beautiful kaleidoscope of images. Yeah, that's really how I experience it. So many overlapping and complementary and paradoxical images. Moan, wonderful memories of rest and joy at the seaside came back. Oh, that's a pleasure to have evoked that. Paul, calming, uplifted. Barbara, all of me is welcome here. Absolutely. Yeah, inspired, creative. The healing powers of water. Absolutely. Even just evoking them together here in our collective imagination. Healing powers are very tangible somehow, I think. We'd love to have the text of these thoughts. Will they be shared? We don't usually share the text, but the recording will be there, so you get to experience the poem again whenever you like. Juliet, so beautiful. I was transported deep within myself in the water. For Juliet. Vita, it's the monsoon season here, and there is beauty in its fierceness, despite the inconvenience it brings for a few months. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, beauty in its fierceness, the monsoon. Wow, yes, powerful. Isabel, 4 years ago, I was giving birth in water, feeling very emotional. Wow. Incredible and refreshing. Laura, feeling the water in me responding to the words. Thank you so much, everyone, for bringing yourselves and your voices so fully into this shared watery deep dive. And yeah, I'd really love to invite you to spend some time really listening with and being with water. Just, yeah, maybe even listening to this recording at a body of water, but just something that allows your attention to be fully present with water, to open your senses. And yeah, and it could be simply with the shower, a glass of water, a puddle, the sea, a river, the rain. So feeling, yeah, what might be really nourishing for you to take time and to be in reverence and to really feel the textures and communications between the waters within you and outside of you, to have an experience in nature, this elemental dance, the space in between. So bring yourself into contact over the next month and just notice how that experience is. And I want to say thank you to Kirsten for their support today, for holding things behind the scenes and bringing this beautiful image to the screen. And yeah, many blessings for this full moon tomorrow, harvest moon. And next month in October, we will continue this series of the elemental body, where we will be entering the element of earth and celebrating our earthy bodies and our bones. So I look forward to gathering again next month as we continue to enliven our elemental selves and feel ourselves part of the this wonderful web of life. Thank you all so much for being here and participating so fully today. Trying to read all these things that are coming in. Yeah, thank you so much. And I look forward to being with you again next month.